Hey guys, what is going on? Today I thought I would build on my previous topic of the triumph triangle in the competitive gaming scene. Today I want to focus on situational awareness. I know, most of you think that it's a pointless endeavor to try and teach your Reinhardt situational awareness, especially when he charges at everything shiny like a lost puppy. He might be doomed to lose an argument to the plastic fern in the corner, but you, precious viewer, you are ready to learn, and learn you shall do. So let's get into this. So, to review my previous video that we both know you didn't watch, situational awareness is the perception of environmental elements and events with respect to time or space, the comprehension of their meaning and the projection of their status after some variable has changed, such as time or other variables such as a predetermined event. And that's a lot to digest. Are you starting to think that you're a bit simple like that, Ryan? Well, don't be. All it means is that you are aware of what's going on around you and can make better decisions based on that information. Everyone does this, but to many people, they get tunnel vision for that glorious charge or that play of the game moment. It happens too much in my gameplay as well, as I'm sure some of you plats might point out. So, to be fair to those Hanzo mains, I'm going to break it down even further so they can wrap their heads around this. And that situational awareness can be broken down into the OODA loop or the OODA loop. This stands for Observe, Orient, Decide, and Act. Now for the Hanzo mains, that's a lot to remember, so I want you to think about how many kills you got last game. That's right, 4 eliminations, and there are 4 parts to the loop. See? Getting there already. So it's best if I show a visual representation of this, as it will be the easiest to grasp and understand, and I'll show it with this clip. So you'll see us going in this fight here, and well, I'm going to start to trail off while the rest of my team spams their emote buttons. This is because I've noticed something that no one else has. Can you guys figure it out here before I find what I'm looking for?
Yeah, well, I think
That's right. I noticed the Mercy behind there that entire time based on several things. Let's go back and look at that clip again, and we can see what my thinking was. So we have Zen at the back of the battlefield with a nice view of everything that's going on. And you'll notice here I see that the Mercy and the Pharah are off to the right. And I see that they go up there. So I know the Pharah's up there in that exact moment. I can see that the Mercy is still pocketing her. So through this entire fight, at the very end, I notice that everyone is dead and I do not see the Mercy on the kill feed. Knowing this, I know that she is still over there and easy right pickings. So while my team is patting themselves on the back saying how great they are, I'm off doing a little Mercy hunting myself. And you can see right here, I'm able to get her before she's able to do anything. I maybe could have staggered her a bit more, but that's something for another day. So breaking that down, I observed that the Mercy was over there. And at orientating, I knew that she was isolated and that the only way back to her team was through us. So she was trapped. My decision to go hunting her and then acting on that by killing her. So this is one of those things that might catch some of you guys off guard, but this is kind of what you need to be thinking about if you're going to get to those high levels of play. Still feeling a little daunted? Well, remember, the more you do this, the easier it will get. I think the only reason I even made it to the diamond tier is because my ability to outthink most of my opponents for the majority of the time. My mechanical skill is really a joke for the rank I'm at, and honestly smarter play will beat out skill in most situations. So, let's look at this situation and think on what we should do. I have observed that my team is dead. No, I'm not some cold-blooded support that thinks it's funny to watch his team die. That's for Symmetra players. Instead, I am betting on the fact that they are not going to go looking for me or have even noticed that I'm not on the kill feed. I can use this to my advantage, and I observe and orientate as much as I can before deciding when to act on revealing myself, and when I finally do, it's too late for them. Let's go back and watch this one more time so I can walk you through my thinking and what I did and why I did it. So, what I first realized is that we have lost the team fight in about the middle of my transcendence. I start to back off and give ground, hoping that maybe some crazy play will happen as I have nothing else up my sleeve. Once Soldier gets picked, I am out of there as there is nothing else I can do. I know we are close and I hope to get the element of surprise on them, so I start to observe my surroundings. The first thing I notice is we indeed got a pick at the end of last fight, their Pharah. So I know that the Pharah will be coming out at the end of her spawn, therefore ruining my element of surprise, so I have to wait for her. Now, Widowmaker knows the predicament I'm in, I'm sure, because widows know what they're doing. So she puts infrared sight on for me. I can see exactly what's going on around these walls and take the perfect opportunity to strike. I can go in here and easily move the payload in with very little risk and threat of what's going on, as I can see them and they can't see me. So my original plan was to actually try and get a pick from the back, but with the help of Widow's infrared sight, I was able to adjust my plan on the fly for a ninja cap. This is the kind of situational awareness you need to make on the fly based on your observations. So let's break down the situation again for the OODA loop. And I actually make multiple OODA loops through this entire situation. The first is me deciding to use my Transcendence, and then halfway through this Transcendence I've come to another loop deciding that it's time to back off with that res and our picks going against us. Here with all our picks I decide to back way the fuck off and go in for the final surprise attack. I decide to wait for the Pharah based on the observation I see on the kill feed, and now I wait. Listening for any type of indication that they're on the payload, Widow gives me the infrared sight and I decide that going for the back pick is not the best option, the ninja cap is. I then go for the ninja cap and make their team look incredibly silly, including that McCree, which makes it all worth it. Gandalf would be proud. So you guys can see that even though I'm attaching these big fancy OODAs to everything, it's really just decision making. And even though some people on my team's decisions make me wonder how they even found their way out of bed that morning, it's all really simple, and the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it. I know most of you are thinking that I already know how to make decisions. It's my team that is messing up, I swear. Well, what this theory lets you do is break up your thinking process into manageable pieces to learn from your mistakes in a more constructive fashion. It lets you not keep blaming the Reinhardt when he keeps charging in, but anticipating his suicidal nature and giving him some insane pockets when you see his eyes gleam with honor. It's picking Roadhog when you know you have two real derpers on DPS that don't know how to find their way out of spawn. The more you use this loop, the more you can adapt to mitigate your team's strategies on trying to throw the game despite them claiming otherwise. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you like it, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content that makes you relive the trauma of Overwatch competitive or gaming in general. Who knows, maybe this newfound way of adapting to situations on the fly will help you out in real social situations. Well, let's not get too hopeful.